Woo! Awesome loss. Very fun. Very exciting. We are live. Where are we at again? What's this place called?
We are at Walk-Ons.
Walk-Ons.
In Mesa.
Mesa.
Well, actually it says Gilbert up here, but it's close enough.
Close enough.
Border.
Easy. Thanks for everybody that came out. A lot of fun.
Great times.
And this is a pretty fun little meme, guys. We need Harbaugh, apparently, because we can't get nothing done. We look pretty horrible. In every respect imaginable, we looked horrible. I mean, guys, that was just a dumpster fire. Anyway, so a lot to discuss, guys. A lot to talk about. Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm Dale Henley. You watching the Boat Bros podcast. Let's do it.
Okay, guys. Well, that was a dumpster fire. Did you guys all enjoy that, or what's the situation? I was on. Let's actually review some of the stats here. Lot to discuss, guys. Wow, ugly game.
Totally expected that.
5-11, guys. I was predicting 11-5.
Well, for the season?
Yeah,
for 11-6.
I was saying 11-6 actually. Yeah. So yeah,
a little bit of the reverse there.
Yeah,
a little bit of the reverse.
Kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
Team stats, guys. Look at that. Total yards. This is what's crazy to me. Look at that. We're almost identical.
Yeah.
Passing yards, almost identical.
Yep.
Rushing yards, almost identical. Yet we just find ways to lose. But look at this.
Yards per play is almost exactly the same, too.
Look at that. Third down efficiency.
That's where we lost.
Horrible.
That's exactly where we lost. Yeah, unbelievable. And then that one fumble by Austin Eckler again, too. That just pretty much, sealed it in the sense for us. I mean, this game I expected this game to be an absolute mess, and it literally was just a complete mess.
Total dumpster fire.
One thing that's interesting about this, though, is the amount of field goals and not deciding to go for it when it's kind of more of a critical time to try to go for it. I mean, obviously with that block kick, too, by Dicker the kicker, I mean, that's not his fault.
Yeah.
That was a block kick. That wasn't his fault.
100%.
But
100%.
The thing about it is like, why would you not try to go for it? I mean, are we just not feeling confident anymore? We're just being a lot more Anthony Lynn at this point, where he's being just more, trying to just keep things, hey, just put some points on the board versus like, hey, let's try to take risks. I mean, we did do the one risk of the fake punt.
Yeah.
That didn't go well at all. So it's just tough to watch, but this is what I expected.
Hey, guys, so how do we sound? Do we sound okay to you guys? Hopefully we are okay, so just let us know. Give us a thumbs up. Yes, no. Rich, good to see you. Rich is a Broncos fan. Do not shoot him. He's a good friend of the channel. We like Rich a lot, very much. He's Canadian, so just let him slide a little bit. He talks a little funny.
Just a little bit.
We love him to death.
That's right.
Bolt Babes, good to see you. Good to see you.
Hot mess.
Hot mess.
Amen.
Hot mess. That's right. Yeah, we definitely do. I'll tell you, Thule, Thule's been good, but he's been slowed down a little bit. They're double teaming him a lot.
Yep.
Okay, good. I'm glad we sound okay, guys. We cranked it up as much as possible. There's cars going in front of us. It's amazing.
We got a TV in front of us too, so we can watch to see what's happening.
We're watching highlights. It's amazing.
It's pretty nice.
Good
pretty
stuff.
Nice situation here.
But guys, we can at least say this: the Raiders are out.
And the Broncos.
See
you guys.
Later, dudes.
Oh, we had we had a Raider fan in the chat for our pregame, just sitting there trolling us the whole time.
He was the whole time.
And I'm like, well, see you in the offseason, buddy, because you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
No way.
But I'll say this, Giff, I want him to get a win. Yeah. I wanted this to be a win for him, guys. I know, and I wish we were more competitive. Easton Stick looked awful.
Yeah.
Rich, let me ask you this question. You're a Broncos fan. Do you think that it was the Broncos defense or the Chargers offense or a mixture of both? What are your thoughts on that? Because Easton Stick did not look good. He also had nobody to throw the ball to, guys.
Yep.
Pretty much everyone was out.
Yep.
So,
and the thing about it is, like, Easton Stick there was some pass, maybe he just didn't understand the plays and where the player was going to be, and he was just throwing to, like, nobody. And we're like, yo, you should have threw on the outside, not in the inside or whatever it is. It was just really, really odd to watch. I even said, just put in Will Greer. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, just throw in somebody else.
Yes. No, we did not make the playoffs. Thank you. No.
I love how he's give me a little bit more clear picture of the Chargers situation right now.
Yeah. So I'm curious if Jim Harbaugh will have a secret chat with the Spanos family while he's in. So I think they're already talking.
Well, I mean,
know?
we did a video 3 months ago where they were talking, or at least there were some reports that they've been talking. So, and to say the whole thing about the agent that he just ended up hiring too, there's a connection with that agent that's been working with the Chargers already too. So there's a lot there, man. Hey, thanks Miguel, really appreciate it. Hey, check it out in our store too. I'll throw the link for our store.
Yep. So guys, what do you think of Giff? I'm a big fan of him. Again, I think he's done a great job stepping in. By the way, yeah, I think Doss is a great wide receiver as well. I know he's on the Raiders for a while. He's pretty good. By the way, Erickson balled out. What was his stats? Erickson.
He was all over the place.
Yeah, I was really impressed with Erickson, and I really hope we retain him. I think we only have him for 1 year, so I really would like to. Yeah, 98 yards, guys. 7 receptions for 98 yards. And Gerald Everett, man, dude, he was taking some freaking hits, folks. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. So, pretty interesting. Anyway, so, yeah, exactly. Well, so let's talk about this for a second about Harbaugh, guys, real quick. I know we're posting a lot of stuff on Harbaugh, but here's the reality. Jim Harbaugh, again, he has ties with the Spanos family, played for the Chargers. Secondarily, he's already verbally said he loves Justin Herbert.
Yep.
And he could come here and make this team better. Guys, bottom line, the defense is soft. I mean, soft, like limp dick soft is what we're playing.
Limp biscuit.
Limp biscuit. Like we're like this. We're like this. We need to be like this.
Well, we know how to get that
Blue
going.
Chews.
Blue Chew, baby.
Blue Chews. Yeah, but check out the merch. By the way, we are going to come out with another hat as well. Build bolts better. So that's a good one. Not a little funny one.
Look at this, dude. Rich is always bagging on you, dude.
Rich,
hey, this is just like
hey, Rich,
come on, bro.
I'm looking fly,
on,
Rich.
bro.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I'm looking fly, Rich. Come on now. This guy's over here bagging on me, dude. That's cool, dude. It's cool, bro. It's cool. FTR, baby. FTR all day. But yeah, Stick had 222 yards or 220 yards. Nothing to write home about. Man, he seemed a little lost in this game, I thought.
Well, it was interesting because they used him a lot for like a quarterback runs.
Yeah.
A lot of design quarterback-based runs, which I really liked.
Yeah.
I like to see that a little bit more often. And there was a couple times, I can't remember which play it was, but it looked like he had an RPO and he decided to give it for the run versus him running. I mean, he had the total edge to where he could have got a touchdown, but he decided to give the ball off to the running back, which obviously, hindsight 2020, anybody could have that edge defender could have been there to where Stick would have got pulled down, but he had the full right side of the field completely wide open. He decided to give it to the running back. Yeah.
And again, that's where you wanted to see him use his legs a little more. I mean, again, Stick had 31 yards rushing. So anyways.
And the one thing too, like Giff is giving the ball a lot to Austin Eckler because I think he's trying to get Austin Eckler his extra bag of money too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. We got to find a way to be able to get this thing going. I mean, we got one more game left, guys, against the Chiefs. We'll see where it goes. It was kind of nice to be able to see Deion Henley out there just for like a series.
Yeah.
And he did make some plays.
Yeah. And, again, Stick is a serviceable backup. That's the whole point. He's not Justin Herbert, but, he's serviceable.
He's manageable.
And it is what it is, right? So, it's whatever. Yeah. 3 questions out as well, guys. I know Easton Stick, obviously. I guess I just expected him to be better, but then you have to also ask yourself this question: who's he throwing the ball to?
Yeah,
right. Gerald Everett,
no Palmer,
no Palmer.
I mean, it's like no, obviously Williams the entire year. I mean, it was funny because the entire game I was like, I swear up till about the fourth quarter, I think maybe Quentin Johnson got 1 target the entire game. I mean, it was just a really, really hard game for him to be able to have anybody to throw the ball to. It's like he's almost a little bit out on the field, kind of like Left 4 Dead in a sense. It's tough to watch. But you know what? And I'll say one thing, too, with the O-line, with the picture up right now. I feel like there's some good progress with the O-line right now. McFadden, I think, did pretty well.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
I think he looked good. There was a lot of times with runs that I was like, wow, that's the most push I've seen from this O-line all year. Where we essentially had like a 5-yard push.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, the O-line looked a little bit better all around. So I was kind of happy about it.
Kyle, I just added that to my online dating profile. I always end strong. I always end strong.
This guy,
dude. So yeah, QJ is softer than our defense. That's for damn sure.
Charmin. Somebody said something about Charmin, I guess.
Charmin.
Yeah.
Alligator arm. Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's unfortunate, but man, like, gosh, dude, Eckler, man, is just, he's looking so bad, you know, and dude, he got 46 yards rushing.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah, 13 carries, 46. Did he have a couple catches or not? I know Spiller got a catch. I don't think he got 2 catches for, well, no, one catch for 4 yards. Yeah. So, I mean, it's really, it's tough, man. And, you know, it's hard for a team to be able to be fully engaged when you're like the season's over with in one more game. So,
well, and but you have to give it up to Gift because the players clearly haven't given up on him. Nope. They're behind him. They want to see him succeed. Hell, I think they want to give him a win.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they want to give him a win flat out. So,
yeah.
We'll end strong with a top 5 pick.
You know,
damn it, Robert! I want to see it. Hey, we got to beat the Queefs. We got to beat the Queefs.
Yeah, you got it, dude. Hey, that would be a big win for Giff if he ends up doing that. Now it's going to be interesting. They have the division locked up. I don't know if they could jump up anywhere in the seeding at this point. Yeah.
Whatever.
But but I don't know if the Chiefs could jump up anywhere in the seeding. I think essentially they're just going to be the 3rd seed at this point.
Yeah, I
don't
so.
think. Because I think they beat the Jaguars, and I think they played the Jaguars this year. So essentially, what do they have to play for next week at all? You know, Giff could potentially find a way to sneak a win out of that one, which would be kind of a big win just for us. But, you know, a top 5 pick wouldn't be bad at the sense. I had a conversation, I think it was with one of the other viewers here at Aether. He was chatting a little bit about it's not a good look for the Chargers to have a top 5 pick when you got a quarterback like Justin Herbert.
I agree 100%.
And personally, my opinion, I really hope that this is the last top 5 pick that we have in a very long time.
Yeah.
And, you know, it gets right with the right coach for us. So,
well, and this next head coach has to be right.
Absolutely.
We need to get running back in the 2nd round. Haven't had it. Yeah, I agree. You know, and Eckler's been good, but he's aging out, right? And clearly this year, you know, I read an article. I guess he has 2 sprained ankles. He's had the high ankle sprain in the one, but the second one happened a little later. And he's not doing great. So, I mean, that's what age will do to you. But, dude, look at this guy. Alex Erickson, man.
Man, that guy's been a great pickup for us in the mid-season type situation. I mean, it's a Telesco kind of pickup, you know, a bargain bin kind of situation. But the guy's got experience, man. I wouldn't mind seeing him come back next year. He's a great little pickup for us.
Reality check, I'd probably say the Niners.
Yeah, rooting for the playoffs.
Yeah,
Niners.
Holy smokes!
Yeah,
there is a jet right over our head. I was like, wow,
that is right
there. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. Hey, this is live TV, folks. Live TV.
That was wild.
I was like, whoa.
Hold on to the table, dude.
Watch out, Osama.
Jeez.
Here we go. I'm going to roll with Joe Flacco. By the way, how crazy is that, folks?
Dude,
Joe Flacco?
What the whole thing about Joe Flacco that's wild to see? What if he ends up playing the Ravens in the playoffs and beats the Ravens in the playoffs? And he has a Joe Flacco, Super Bowl Joe Flacco run once again and finds a way to win a Super Bowl. I mean, did you see that video of him in the last game and him falling asleep on the sideline? Like, Hillboy was like getting all tired.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny, man. So funny.
Yeah, we do need a good running back. And, you know, Spiller is not the guy. At least he's not showing he's the guy. But, you know, the offensive line needs to get better. Guys, do you realize, like, how bad our PFF scores on run blocking? It is god-awful, dude. So it's not just a running back. It's also an offensive line, right, that plays nasty and physical. I mean, look at the Lions. Great example. Look at the Lions.
Yep.
They play freaking nasty, dude.
Yep.
Nasty.
Great line. I mean, I think that's the reason why their offense is just moving. They have a really good O-line, and, you know, that last night, that game, they got robbed essentially on that 2-point conversion.
They did. And then Gerald Everett, man, 4 for 31. I love Gerald Everett. I really hope we re-sign him, dude, for sure.
Yep.
Oh, my buddies just keep messaging me. All right, chill out. All right, so defensively, let's talk about the defense a little bit. You know, I mean, look, Matlock had a couple good plays. He's trying to steal some souls.
Yeah.
You know, by the way, horrible run blocking. By the way, it's not just the offensive line. It's also the tight ends. Tight ends have to block fairly well as well, too. Again, we don't have a fullback on the roster. Yep. You know,
I would probably say this was a little bit better in a sense where I've seen a little bit more aggression on the O-line throughout the entire year. Not having Zion Johnson out there and putting in McFadden. I feel like McFadden actually played a lot better. And actually, I'll give a little shout out to yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, no joke. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying. That's
Duke Merriweather, yeah, he's going to basically have a lot of work ahead of him tim But I'll say this, Brandon Hymas actually has done a pretty admirable job as a center. I think there's a little bit of pieces that we could work with. Now, I'm not going to say we're looking great, but I felt like we did look a little bit better on the O-line for run blocking.
Nick Neiman played great. I still want to see Derwin's 2 of them. He should have had 2 of them.
Yep.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was super bad.
Bad. It's frustrating. It's just one of those seasons. But Nick Neiman's looking good. I really wanted to see Deion Henley out there a lot more.
Yep.
We'll see what happens with that moving forward. Khalil Mack, though, you got to give it up. 100. 100. Can we get it? Can we get an amen?
Amen. Is that like the prayer hands or something, or is it like the jazz hands?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Or the like that. I don't know. All the above. Bo Lighting, what's up? Yeah, man. And I'll tell you, dude, Khalil Mack, dude, he's getting crowned right here.
Yep.
So sick, dude.
I mean, the thing about Mack, he hasn't had 1 penalty all year.
Yeah, not one.
This guy plays the game correctly.
Yep.
He's got over 100 sacks now in his career. Khalil Mack is an absolute stud. There was one play where, actually on his sack, he basically bull rushed the guy, knocked right into Stidham, and then ended up going after the sack at that point. He even did another thing like that too, where he just bull rushed the guy and just used that guy to be able to disrupt the play. The guy is an intelligent player all around, man.
Yeah.
And he's just really, really fun to watch. And once again, he plays this game like the way it should be played.
100%.
And he does a great job as a leader in this team. I think he's done a great job of showing a good example to how to play this game.
Yeah, and again, I also think that bottom line, he'll help Thule. I hope he comes back for another year. I really do.
Yep,
I
agree.
I just really hope it happens.
I agree.
And you're right. I don't think Sean Payton did anything.
No.
Look, he had backup quarterback in there, whatever. But Chargers look bad, dude.
Yep.
We're broadcasting from what's this place
Walk-Ons.
Walk-Ons.
Walk-Ons. It's actually a restaurant that's owned by Drew Brees.
Yeah, Drew Brees knows. Tasty.
Super
Tasty.
good food. It's all like kind of Creole style food and everything too. Really, really good. Really good spot.
Yeah. So we had some people here today. But yeah, we'll probably be here next time for the game, most likely, unless there's another spot.
Yep.
That's the most impressive stat I heard considers production and playing time. Yep. Yep.
Shout out to 50 Deuce.
Woo! Dude, Mack is such a stud. Yep.
Yeah, he's solid.
Yeah, and and it's interesting because Derwin James has been such a disappointment this season. Whoa. Holy cow. That scare you? That made me
like,
oh my God.
What was that?
There's cars literally like right here in front of us.
Yeah.
So someone like hit their
revving it up. Dude.
Revving it up. It scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, every time
don't get me started.
Well, Zay Flowers has a great chance to go to a Super Bowl and win one this year. So it's like, every time I see him, I'm like, that could have been us, but we playing.
Yep.
Oh, so bad.
I'll be shocked. Of Covered Moore come back.
Kellen Moore come back.
Oh yeah, it must be.
I don't care what Herbert is. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think Kellen Moore is going to stick around.
No. Well, the rumor is if Moore comes in, the rumor is that he's going to be the Carolina head coach.
Yeah.
Who knows? That's a dumpster fire of an organization. Holy smokes. You think we're bad? Holy smokes. And you're right. Rich is correct. We're not that far off. Bottom line, the defense did play better, but clearly Easton Stick with all backups pretty much. Well, not all backups, but
yeah. D's nuts and bolts. Yeah. Hey, you boys going to roll into the ATL game next year?
Hell yeah.
Bro and I are rolling out. Yeah, we are really talking already about it. We're trying to link up with our other podcasters out of your Falcon Mind.
Yep.
We're already chatting about it. So we're shooting for that next year for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And again, I'll say this. That's a lot of fun. I want to go to Atlanta. It'd be a great time to be out there as well, too. Out of your Falcon Mind, we're going to be out there for sure. We better not immerse that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Okay, guys, so in the chat, what do you think? Should we – let's say we get the 5th pick. Man, that's embarrassing to me.
Yeah, it's really embarrassing.
Freaking embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like
it sucks to even think that. Like
it makes me angry to think about. Okay, so let's say we get the 5th pick. Do you keep it or trade down? I know we talked about it. What do you guys think in the chat? Do we keep the 5th pick or trade back? and get more picks.
This team's got to get young, in my opinion.
Yep.
It's got to get young. So we'll figure that out when it comes around, man. We don't have to sit around that long and wait for our pick, by the way. If we stay.
True.
That's kind of
okay,
nice.
well, deuces.
Yeah, see, all right, we got it. All right, we're good. We're done. We don't have to broadcast for 3 hours to get to our pick.
Yeah, exactly. Let's beat KC next week. Hell yeah, dude. Donkey Punk.
Hey, man, I'd like to. Anytime to beat them would be great.
AKA the Queefs. Neighbors or trade down. Yep. Yeah, I like that. Trade back.
Yep.
The other guy is Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yep.
Bad news, James. Sorry, my baby. Oh, what happened?
I don't know what's going on.
So, I mean, there's a lot to be said about all that, right? But Camilla Mack and Thule, I mean, look, this is another reason why I put this picture out here, too. I want to see Thule with Mack one more year.
Yep.
And then I would like the guy I kind of want Latu from UCLA.
Yeah.
From UCLA.
Yep.
Dude, I think those three guys out there, oof,
yeah.
Man, I just like it.
I'd really hope to be able to see whoever next head coach would be if he just basically says, hey, look, you win and lose games by the lines.
Yep.
Build the O-line, build the D-line. If we could just sit there and just get some butt and gut in the middle of this D-line, have some good edges, and I think if we have Mack or Thule or if Bosa sticks around, at this point, I don't think Raisin Brand's going to be sticking around much longer, but
he's gone.
Yeah, but
see, yeah, you think about it, you're going to have Bosa, Williams probably gone.
Yeah.
I hope not Allen, but it could happen.
Yep.
Could he be Derwin James?
Yep. This is going to be an interesting offseason.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very interesting offseason.
Yeah.
I'd love to get Bowers. Yeah. Bowers, it's a tough one because you don't want to pick him at 5.
Oh, no.
But.
Oh, it's going to be the Brazil game. Oh, that would suck, dude.
That would be wild. That would be wild.
We're going to Brazil.
But Brazil's awesome.
We are going to Brazil.
Yeah,
all right,
we're going
Bull Bros in Brazil. We're going to do a documentary. It's going to be sick, dude.
Let's go.
It's going to be sick.
Let's go. Brazil's amazing, though. Man, the Brazilian barbecue out there is incredible. Well, obviously it should be because that's.
Don't they just call it barbecue?
No, it's Brazilian
barbecue. Or they call it Brazilian barbecue in Brazil.
In Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like saying it's American barbecue.
Yes, exactly. It's an American barbecue. Texas barbecue, Tennessee barbecue.
Okay, that makes sense.
That
Kansas
makes sense. City barbecue.
All right.
There's a lot of different versions of barbecue.
Brazil, let's do it.
Is there a Canadian barbecue? No, there is not a Canadian barbecue.
Because Canada's stupid.
Montreal barbecue.
They do have maple syrup. I do like me some maple syrup.
Okay. They got poutine.
They got poutine. Hey, okay. So anyway, who's gone, who stays? All right, yeah. Let's talk about that for a second. Who's gone, who stays? Mack and Allen, in my opinion, are the only two that have to stay. Everyone else, they can go.
Yeah.
I would love to trade Pipkins away too.
Yeah.
You trade Pipkins for even a 5th or 6th round pick. I'd say go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I would I would concur with that same kind of situation there too. So
I keep going the wrong way.
Yeah. Here, I'll do it instead.
There we go. Okay.
That's like a point at you.
You're pointing at me.
So the whole thing about the Bears keeping their head coach now, Matt Eberflus is now 5-2 in the last 7 games. I mean, the guy has actually figured out how to coach and get that team, moving in the right direction. I want to say they're also potentially in still a playoff position, but where they got pushed out, I'm not sure. But either which way, that team has gotten in the right direction. They seem to have bought with Matt Eberflus, but I do also think the reason why they're keeping him because I think they know what Jim Harbaugh's cost is, and they're like, we can't pay for that dude.
Yeah.
And they've been notoriously known as cheap ownership too. I mean, same thing as the Chargers in a sense, but they've more recently been using money to get players and such. So we'll see if they decide to go with the head coaching route and pay for a head coach.
If I'm a GM, I'd move down more than 3 spots. Extra. Second, third pick. I agree, man. Like you need that. And then if you trade Allen, maybe not Allen. I really want to keep Allen and Mack. I'd like to keep those two guys. But Derwin's declined, man. I mean, it sucks. I love Derwin James. I got a jersey and all the. I know you have a jersey.
Yeah,
you got his college
I got it
jersey.
on right now. I got a.
Oh, look at that! Big 3-3, baby. What's up?
That's a throwback, baby.
Yeah, but and it's just been so frustrating seeing how poorly he's played. But again, and Jordan McFadden looked amazing out there.
Yeah.
I thought he looked great. And again,
very good.
And our center, Hymus, looked really good. He looked good.
I think
I don't think there was he better than Clapp in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. And that's the thing. Like you go back to the whole. obviously the depth chart is one thing, but I feel like coaches just don't decide the right player sometimes.
Yep.
And like Hymus should have been out there, in my opinion. I know that they were going to they re-signed Clapp kind of later in the season, but Hymus has been doing well. I mean, he'll definitely be a backup next year for us.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't bench Austin. I think the only reason why is probably we're trying to get him his bags because he's 200 yards away from $1 million incentive, something like that. So, look, it is what it is. But he's done a lot for the organization. I think that's clearly what Gift is trying to do. I mean, he got 14 touches, and they didn't look good.
Yep.
That video uploaded showing Harbaugh, was that really him?
That's what they're saying.
Yeah,
it was.
That's him.
Yeah, that was him at Disneyland cruising through.
Yep, that's him. So, I mean, he's in Disneyland. I mean, there's a lot of people talking about it, right? And people are walking up and saying things to him too. So, a lot to be said.
Yeah.
Oh, you're kidding? Okay.
Yeah.
Not cool, Ethan. Actually, but hey, Brazil.
It'd be awesome.
Brazil bros. Let's go.
Brazil bros. I was in Brazil about 9 years ago, and I was watching it was a Chiefs game, last game of the season that I think Mike McCoy needed to win to be able to get the playoffs.
Yeah.
It was actually really cool to be able to see how Brazil is starting to kind of embrace the NFL. So that would be an amazing, amazing game to be at. First time. Yeah.
That's right. It is a conflict of interest.
It is.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, hey, Broncos fan. Kathy, good to see you. Yeah, more look forward to. Yeah, I agree. It's just I'll just say this, Kathy, right? As a Charger fan, as a Charge podcast, we expected a lot more from this team. Clearly didn't work out.
Yep.
Injuries started piling up. Williams went down. I think the biggest one that really made a difference for the whole season was Corey Linsley.
Yep.
Losing Corey Linsley, the offensive line was just horrible after that. And then Clapp just wasn't – he was okay.
Yeah.
Hymus has been way better.
I feel like Hymus should have been out there longer this season, but whatever.
Yeah, I like the idea of trading down. It makes a lot of sense to me. And again, it's tough, man. I mean, there's going to be a lot to be said about like even Derwin James. I mean, by the way, Nick Neiman's played great. He's played awesome out there. So he's a good depth piece. Plus, he's a good special teams guy.
An interesting thought too. What if you end up doing some sort of power trade of some sort with the 5th pick with also a player?
Yeah.
And you find a way to be able to get a lot more picks out of that. But the general rule of thumb though is when you trade like a player that's got a big contract, let's say Bosa or something like that. Usually it's more like if you get a higher pick, say like a 2nd round or 3rd round or whatever out of it, means that you're going to be paying a lot of that contract. Yeah. If you're not going to be paying a lot of that, I think it's vice versa or something like that too.
Yep.
So basically it's going to be interesting to see this offseason. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this offseason to see really what happens. Like it's kind of an odd thing to say that, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. And again, I think they were trying to get him his bags, and I kind of get that. But yeah, my dream in Chargers go to Australia. Ooh, man, Thunder Down Under. Eighth, are you going to that show down in Vegas, the Thunder Down Under show in Vegas?
I think that's at the Rio, isn't it? I think so.
No. I can't remember why. It's funny. Trading down saves cap money. I agree. Yep, it does too. Yep, good point. Yeah, and again, we're, $35 million over the cap right now?
Yeah, so we have $8 million sitting on the books right now that gets pushed over. With basically now the Sebastian Joseph Day cut, that basically puts us at about $35 million. So we essentially are about $27 million over the cap now. So that doesn't seem as bad, but we got to find some money for some draft picks and some signings.
Yeah, any good running backs in mind? That's a good question. I haven't really looked at the draft a whole lot, quite frankly.
Yeah.
The one guy I've been thinking about is Kool-Aid McKinstry, the guy from Alabama. I just feel like we need a good corner, like Davis just gets burned.
Yeah. Yep.
It's so weird because he had a pretty good season last year. And this season, it's like, what in the hell is wrong with you, dude?
I think even the season before that, he kind of had some mental things going on, too, where he just had a bad season. It was like bad season, good season, bad season. Is he going to have a great season next season? Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, Derwin might leave your thoughts. I think he's probably going to get traded, man. I mean, look, I think it all depends on who comes in, right? If we get Harbaugh, he's going to make hard decisions.
Yep.
Right? Probably very unfavorable decisions.
Yep.
That the fans are going to be pissed.
Yep.
We're going to trade Herbert away.
Yo.
Oh, wait, that ain't happening. My point is everything's going to be built around Herbert, right? And Derwin might be the guy. He might be a casualty of war, right? Yeah, Eck is not coming back. No. And by the way, they should have traded SJG. You know what's funny about that? I thought about that. Now, apparently, what Gift said essentially was, he said, hey, look, it was in the best interest of the team, for SJD and the team.
Yep.
I would have still kept him, put him on the practice squad, and said, you're getting traded in the offseason.
Yep.
Who cares?
See it, dude.
He's still worth something.
Yep.
Trade him away. Someone will pick him up.
Yeah, it is interesting. But I think it was probably more in the sense he's like, I don't want to play for you guys if my guy, Brandon Staley's not here.
Yeah,
so
and that's true.
He probably just wanted to leave.
Yeah.
Which is a quitter attitude, in my opinion.
It probably is.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think when Justin comes back with some good draft picks, we'll do better? Well, Chris, I think bottom line, it boils down to the team wasn't probably coached well.
Yeah.
I mean, look at even people like Quentin Johnston, right? Like, he plays so soft. Now, you could argue, okay, he just plays soft. Well, it also could be coaching.
Yep.
So, and the defenses look better. I mean, I can honestly say the defenses look better. We've looked more physical, at least.
Yep.
So,
yeah,
I would say yes, but again, it's still all around execution,
Yep. Well, I even will say play calling makes a big difference too.
True.
Like, I just feel like sometimes it's like a clunky kind of offense that we're running off of that just seems really odd. Like, even to say we were talking about this game today, we're like, man, why does it seem like sometimes Kellen Moore just goes pass, 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 and then sometimes we go run, 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 and you're like, dude, there's no mixing up of some sets out there as an offense. So, in putting players in the best situation, I mean, there's multiple times I thought Quentin Johnston should go in for a slant. They don't push him to a slant. They don't give him a hot route. He looked like he could be wide open in the slant, but doesn't do it. So, coaching makes a difference, big time.
All right, so Bowers and Neighbors on the board. I'd probably say Bowers. But I don't know. I don't like a tight end that early.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
At 5,
I would probably get Kool-Aid McKinstry. I would get a defensive player, or maybe if Marvin Harrison's there, I'd get him for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that guy's a freaking nature, So
that would be amazing.
I mean, that'd be the guy I'd want. I mean, again, there's 3 quarterbacks too, so I could see Marvin Harrison being there, but
Yeah, I know there's been talks about the Washington receiver. Is it Uduze or something like that?
Yeah.
Is that his name?
Yeah, Uze, yeah.
Uze or something like that. That guy's been really, really big talk, but I mean, I haven't really digged enough into the draft to really give a good analysis of where to go with it on yet.
Yeah.
But tomorrow you got the playoffs starting, so that's a good showing. What up, Churro?
What up, Johnny? How we doing?
Turned out like I just expected. Man, I'm right there with you, Johnny. I thought it was going to be a hot mess game. Essentially was. Hot mess.
Hot mess. Yeah, 2024 can't come fast enough. Yeah, I agree. It's been a weird year, man. I mean, and again, it sucks. But you know what? We got this man right here, Dicker the Kicker.
Yeah.
I never wanted to get a field goal kicker's jersey more in my whole life.
Yeah, right.
I think I'm going to invest.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to invest.
He's the guy, dude. This guy's nails, man. I mean, you can't blame him for that missed kick. That wasn't on him. That was a block kick. So, but this guy, man, he just goes out there and makes it happen. I think there's a little bit of an overuse, and I was saying, I think they're just trying to pump him up to get to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he should go to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I agree. And we got to re-sign his ass too, right?
Yep.
I mean, this is his last year. So, wide receiver, defensive back, linebackers, nose tackle, defensive end. I agree with all that. 100%. 100%.
Yep.
Live chat.
Did he say center on that too? I'd probably say a center is definitely what we need to get to.
Well, yeah, and again, it kind of depends on Hymas too, right? But I mean, because Hymas is pretty inexpensive, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So yeah, he did sign with that agent, Dan Lee.
Yeah.
Or
something like
Dan
that.
Lee, something like. Anyways, he's Tom Shady's agent and Sean Payton.
He met his agent at Disneyland inside the Pirates of the Caribbean ride too, so it's pretty cool. Is that little restaurant inside there, the Bayou?
Wait, he did what? He did what? No, What'd you say?
I'm joking.
Oh, you're joking. I was like, what the hell are you talking about, dude?
Hey, meet me at the Bayou or whatever it is.
Oh, the Bayou.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. So I've always said this: first player in the draft needs to be a day one starter.
Yep, 100%.
Day one starter, and that's actually one of my biggest frustrations with Quentin Johnston is
They didn't put him that way.
Telesco came out and said, "Oh, we're going to put him in the side. He'll be ready in a couple of years." Why are we doing that?
He does that all the time, and it frustrates me.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that is the most frustrating thing to do. And it's funny because I feel like he did that so often with first-round picks. Oh, let him develop behind the guy. No, your first-round picks are day one starters. It's filling in the gap
day one
starter. Right then and there.
The dude that's going to show up and play day one. Day one in the NFL has to be your first pick, in my opinion. 100%. No matter 100%. What. And guys, look at Zay Flowers.
Yep.
Now, again, but Staley and also Telesco had a very strong affinity to say, no, we want tall, big, fast guys. And that was Quentin.
Yep.
But he plays soft as hell, dude. Yep. Soft as hell. Yep. I mean, it's like, come on, dude. If not Kool-Aid McKinstry, dude, anybody out of Georgia, I'm freaking down with, dude. I don't care. Yep. Okay. Let me ask you guys a question in the draft. Okay, you have opportunities to get all these players. Every single player I will ever get are players that are in big schools.
100%.
Georgia, Alabama.
Yep. Ohio State,
Ole Miss, USC, whatever. I'm not going to butthole state. I don't care, dude.
What state's that in, dude? That's
butthole. Yeah, good point. It's in
Kansas City.
It's in butthole state's in Canada. Rich, Rich, tell us where that's at, buddy. He's Canadian, so he'll understand the joke. Herbert should train for the softball offseason. Wait, softer ball? Oh, softball. I play softball, Cristiano. I hit straight up nukes, son. That's what I do.
Oh boy.
I play third base.
Guy, dude.
Hot corner.
This guy.
And you're right. The O-line, look, the O-line needs to be better because not only, like, you have a good running back, but you have better O-line, you're not going to get any holes. You're not going to get penetration.
Well, and that's the whole thing. Like, I want a guy that comes in here and says, like, let's build at the lines. Like, if you look at, like, the Eagles, for instance, their D-line and their O-line is always stacked. And I think they've even said on record, Nick Sirianni's like, I'm always going to draft more people on the O-line and the D-line. Always.
Yep.
Like, just bring in as much talent as you possibly can. And they've done it in the past couple of years. Yeah, they got a good, solid O-line and D-line.
Okay, bold prediction with our new GM. Let's hear it. Putney over QJ. Yeah. God is it's refreshing not to see Staley wearing his kid's size hat. Oh my God.
Fantastic.
Oh my God. It's so funny about that, dude. Yeah.
Kid size hat.
Dude, it's so funny because I was watching a lot of his other post, victories, and man, he really did have favoritism in the locker room. You kind of go back and forth. You start seeing what he did and the way he interacted with players. It was always the same players. You kind of ignored the rest.
Yep.
And that doesn't work, man.
Nope.
And right, Larry, that's the whole point. He wants full control. So the argument is that it might be just JoJo Wooden still there as the GM, just in title only.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't want to do that. I would rather bring in another person just because, someone with a little bit more pedigree.
Yep. Mac and Keenan will be an extension. Bosa, Mike will be cut.
Yep.
Post June 1st, charge saver $26 million. And the thing about it is you could spread out money. We have a lot of money in 2025.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
You could spread out money at this point. I mean, you could essentially do the same thing with Mike Williams, and you could still do the same thing with Bosa. I mean, if I was going to say one of those three, it's probably Bosa, just for the fact of him not being available as much as you can. BSU.
Boise State was one of my accounts, man. I was up there
BSU.
Yeah, they were one of my accounts. I literally sold them all their IT infrastructure. No joke. The entire campus, pretty much. So, yeah, they're one of my bigger accounts. Yeah, dude. And again, look, a blocking tight end makes a lot of sense, guys. I mean, it's unfortunate, right? And you're right, Larry. To me, that's why I would have been a dick to SJD. If he was an asshole and said, sorry, I don't want to play for you, great.
Yep.
Then you're going to – well, actually, you couldn't put him on practice squad because then he would –
essentially be free to pick up.
Yeah, he'd be free to be picked up. Yeah. Someone would scoop him up. But my point is, so you wouldn't put him on practice squad, but you just bench him.
Yeah.
So great, you're not playing then. I don't know.
Yep.
You got to wonder what happened there, but it's unfortunate, either way.
And yeah, definitely the thing. You can cut a player, obviously, and just basically look to get salary kind of shed a little bit. But at the same side, if you could trade him and somebody wants to actually pick up the salary is the issue more than anything. So, I mean, you could put guys out there, and I'm sure there's a list of players that they're like, well, we're willing to trade this guy, but this is his salary. And then the team has to say, like, hey, do we want to pick up that salary? Like,
right.
I personally think Joey Bosa will end up going to the Niners. The Niners have a ton of salary.
They have a lot of money.
And they can bring him with Nick. It makes a ton of sense for him to go over there.
Yeah. Yeah. Blue Mountain State. Okay, there we go. Blue Mountain State. Actually, where did was it Northern Colorado? Isn't that where Austin Eckler went?
Yeah. Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would always, guys, because here's the thing. Bama, Georgia, they get 5 4-star recruits, period.
Yep.
So these are guys that have been playing for a long time. As long as they're healthy, get them.
Yep.
They at least have the talent, right? I'm not a fan. I don't know. I mean, a great example, Pipkins went to, where the hell did he go? Butthole State.
Yeah.
He went to Butthole State.
Yeah.
And so, but he sucks. Like he's okay, but it took 3 years to get him to even be halfway decent. And so,
and that was a very Telesco type pick.
Yes.
Because I remember when he got picked in the 3rd round, Trey Pipkins was not even paying attention to the draft. He's like, I'm not supposed to get picked in the 3rd round. So he was like driving down the street and got a call randomly, like, hello, hey, it's Tom Telesco here picking you at 3. And he's like, what?
What the hell's wrong with you, dude?
Yeah, I think it was Sioux Falls or something.
Sioux
like
Falls.
that.
That's right, Sioux Falls.
And so,
By the way, I've been to Sioux Falls. It is the asshole of the universe.
That's not the butthole university.
No, it's the asshole university. Dicker has been great. We're ready to put him in class. Vinatieri. I tell you what, dude.
This guy could be the guy that you can just get that winning field goal to win a Super Bowl, man. Like, the thing about it is we have to sign him in the offseason. Yeah. You absolutely have to sign him. We cannot have that issue once again. And you gave up, Dustin Hopkins, too, the whole battle in the offseason, and now he's with the Browns and doing well over there, too. So we got to keep Dicker here.
Dude, and Henley, I think he had 2 tackles, didn't he? Let's see.
The guy looked so energetic on the field, dude. He was making good, solid tackles. Like,
he had
1 tackle,
and 2 assists, dude. And he was only out there for a couple snaps. I'm like, bro,
keep him out there.
It's freaking aggravating,
dude.
So
stupid.
Oh, Sioux Falls. There we go. Thank you. Yes. So not Butthole State.
Close enough.
Spelt the same.
Yeah.
Do you think the interim GM draft picks? No. The GM will be there before the draft.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. There's sure no it'll chance. Be by the end or middle of January, we'll probably already have a coach and GM situated.
Yeah. Well, and on top of that, the other thing you could say too is that yes. And then again, JoJo Wood would just go back to player personnel, director player personnel. So, assuming that's what he does, unless he gets a job somewhere else.
Yeah,
I mean, who knows?
And he's had some calls to be able to be like interviewed for GM positions too. So
see, and you know what? This is why we need Low Supply to hit us up, dude. This is from Low Supply.
Yeah.
Low Supply. Look up Low Supply on Instagram.
LOS Supply.
LOS Supply.
Yeah. So good. We've hit them up to be like, hey, you guys want to get sponsored or anything like that? Because we will gladly. I mean, we rock the hats anyways, but they're great hats.
We got completely ghosted.
Yeah.
Not cool, dude. Yeah, Ravens look great, man. They look great.
Yep.
Dicker, dude, come on, man. I love this dude, man. He's funny as hell, too, man. That whole video.
Oh, so good. So good.
By the way, the social media team for the Chargers is amazing.
Amazing.
Dude. Yeah.
Amazing.
Hey, there you go, LA Original. Yeah, just go down there.
Go down to Disney and stock Harbaugh. Just be like in the bushes. Hey, what's he doing over there? He likes beignets. Delicious.
I know this is dumb, but I saw rumors Seahawks might go for trade for Justin Herbert. If there's a team Herbert would go to. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I mean, look, I mean, what would we have to give, or what would they have to give for, man, that would be
that would be
like their whole draft essentially.
And then some. I mean, and the thing about it is like, if you think about Jim Harbaugh has quite a bit of a infatuation with Justin Herbert and everything. And just to say, if he did come here, what a bold move. And I don't know, that'd be a highly unpopular move if they moved away with Justin Herbert. But then that would probably mean he would try to bring in his guy, J.J. McCarthy, at that point.
Yeah.
The guy already knows the system.
Yep.
Gets him involved. I mean, crazy things have happened, guys. Crazy. I don't think that's happening, but
yeah,
who knows?
Yep. Yeah, and dude, he needs to be at the Pro Bowl. If he's not at the Pro Bowl, I'm gonna be pissed off.
Oh
dude.
yeah, just for the Pro Bowl video, yeah.
Yeah.
You should definitely be there.
I mean, okay, so best O lineman in the draft. God. Well, it depends what position you're talking about. I mean,
I know I haven't even looked at enough of the guys to really even know.
yeah, I'm drawing a blank on the guy I was thinking about.
Look at these tuxedos going on here on NBC right now, dude. What's going on
It's
here?
New Year's Eve, bro.
Oh, I guess they're getting on New Year's Eve now.
Yeah. Herbert
Man.
Jackson, badass, no trade clause. Yeah, that's exactly right. He does, actually. He has no trade clause. Actually,
But I think you could probably, because in like the MLB,
Yeah.
you could ask a player and say, well, if you
Yeah.
do want to get traded, I know there's a no trade, but this team is asking about you. Oh, the left tackle from Penn State. Yeah, I've seen his name up there quite a bit. I cannot remember the dude's name, but I've seen his name up there in the top 10 type situation. We don't really necessarily need a left tackle, though. We definitely probably need more of a right tackle situation. I personally think my priority of the O-line is fight at center because Corey Lindsey will retire after this season.
Yeah, he's done.
He's done. So I've already equated that into some of the cap situation. We'll probably be lower in the lower $20 million range over the cap. So that doesn't look that intimidating at that point. Center is a need, absolute need for this team. I think there was a center from Powers, I think from Oregon that people have been talking about.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Powers. That's the guy I was thinking about. Yeah, I knew there was another guy. I mean, it all kind of depends. The tackle from Notre Dame, Joe Alt. That's right.
Joe Alt, yeah. Another Notre Dame guy. Remember when Telesco was just enamored with a bunch of Notre Dame guys? What are you looking at? I think we might have to wrap it up here pretty soon.
Sorry, we're running out of power on my laptop here, guys.
So
okay,
all good. We can wrap it up.
Yeah. So guys, okay, you want to go quick?
Yeah.
And guys, like and subscribe if you do enjoy the content. Obviously. Oh, by the way, I am thinking about doing a video this week on the 20 free agents. Would you guys like to see a video on the free agents that are coming up next at the end of the season?
Yep.
And then my picks on who I think they want to. I think we should sign, who we should let go.
Yep.
So you guys let me know what you think.
Yep.
If you'd like me to do that.
But yeah, less thoughts for this real quick. Just, hey, going into the last game of the season, just want to see something better from this team.
Yep.
I mean, I don't anticipate us finding a way to be able to beat the Chiefs, but, for all I want to get out of the rest of the season is this team to be healthy, no more injuries that become an issue for next year. So bottom line, I'm just looking forward to be able to get this team out of this year healthy, and let's get ready this offseason.
Yeah, and I think thanks, guys. Yeah, the free agent vid I think makes a lot of sense because, again, it's going to be how this team is going to be built to get. Oh boy, we're getting all choppy.
Yeah, we're
getting all choppy.
Wrap this thing up.
Hopefully, wow, we are looking real low.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're the Bolt Bros. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Let's go.